Today, a musical king is going to be dethroned.
Tim, are you a circle of fifths denier?
Yeah, I am not a fan, and I think we need to take him out of the big chair in music theory. We're going to talk about the circle of fifths, what is it, why it's totally useless, and what you should use instead. We want to show a new way to look at chords that's going to help you understand what they're doing without having all that prior knowledge.
Circle of fifths is a visual diagram where you divide a circle into 12 equal parts, like a clock. It's very beautiful, I must say. It really looks awesome. And then you move up by fifths, okay? 7 half steps up. G, D, A, E, B, F sharp in the bottom. And then you go to the left side. I'm spelling it with flat names. And what the information that we get from the circle of fifths is basically how many accidentals you have in each type of key. And then people say like, oh yeah, the right side is the side of sharps. The left side is the side of flats. And this feels so scientific and so awesome. So C has 0 accidentals, G has 1, D has 2, A has 3, E has 4, B has 5, F sharp has 6. And then the same to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It feels to me like the circle of fifths has become almost like a scientific scripture to musicians, where they look at it as if it's like the truth is right there and it's unquestionable and all your answers are there. But the thing is, nowadays, the way the circle of fifths is used is to explain harmonic phenomena and how certain chords move to other chords in a better way. The first kind of misconception or issue is that we almost never play plagially going in clock motion, clockwise motion. Most cases you're going to feel that if we play chords, they're going to go on counterclockwise. For example, I'm going to play C, then G, D, A.
It sounds like the time warp from Rocky Horror Picture Show. It's like the only song I know that goes in that direction.
But you can go normally counterclockwise. You're gonna hear it makes more sense. Sure, it works. And here comes my second criticism to the way circle of fifths is used for harmony nowadays. Like, no one is telling you which chords are to be minor or major, which chords should be dominant.
Yeah, the thing about if you're playing along the circle of fifths, whether it's one direction or the other, it doesn't indicate the quality of each chord. It really only gives you a bass note.
I'm not just trashing the circle of fifths without really understanding where it's coming from. The circle of fifths is part of a larger movement of scientific revolution that started in the 16th century, okay? It coincides with the beginning of the Enlightenment, where everybody was completely obsessed with science. Everybody was obsessed with the idea of creating diagrams and systems and explaining things by science. So the circle of fifths looked like this perfect diagram that kind of like makes it look like the absolute truth is there. Okay, almost like the zodiac map, whatever. The thing is, fifths were used back then for tuning purposes. That's how people tuned instruments in pure intonation. They were tuned by fifths, so fifths did play a very important role. It became a pedagogical device later on in the 19th century, but before it was mostly for transposition, because it helped people remember accidentals, and also it was when equal temperament was starting to become more popular, so people were having a hard time learning all the different keys. It was something new. Before, in pure intonation, you would play a piece in 1 or 2 keys, and that's it. You didn't have to learn all the other keys.
So clearly the emperor has no clothes, so as his tailor, what are you going to do?
I would like to present a different way to visualize the circle of fifths, but it's my way. It's the idea of chord family, okay, or diatonic chords. So we're going to divide into 7 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. C on top, and I'm going by fourths, okay? But I'm going by fourth within my chord family.
So just for a refresher, the chord family are the 7 diatonic chords of a major key.
Basically all my diatonic chords that you can build inside C major.
C, F, B, E, A, D, G. So you'll notice the only one that wasn't a true fourth was the F to the B natural. And that's because we're working within the diatonic key of C major.
And this is not anymore a key signature, it's not a circle of fifths for key signatures. These are chords, they're not only keys, okay? Look, if I go now in clock motion, I have this. This is
You could write a song with just that.
Absolutely, and then you may say like, oh, okay, some songs are going to start on C major, other chords like I Will Survive starts on A minor and it goes like this, you know. Other like Autumn Leaves starts on this one, starts on the 2 chord. If you learn how to play this well, you're going to see like this is all over the place. This is like the I Will Survive. Same. And or there's so many tunes, I can think of so many. You know, you may have like, I don't know. It's my version of Autumn Leaves, but Autumn Leaves is also exactly the same. Or like. Change.
Yeah, so a really good way to get started is to learn this chord progression in all 12 keys, sing the bass lines. Really learning the relationships between these 7 chords is going to help you understand tonal harmony in a way that the circle of fifths just can't.
So basically by understanding this, it's so much more fun. It's actually, it makes way more sense, it's easier, and you memorize this in a few different keys. And now if you like circles, at least use this one. And the way I learned was just by memorizing all the possible chord families. And then later on you can add other notes and other secondary dominants and other stuff to those chords.
Yeah, and we're not anti-circle. We love circles. If you want to tell us about the next thing we should dethrone, let us know in the comments and we'll take all comers.
Yeah, and let us know if you're a circle of fifths deniers, like myself. And it's time maybe to debunk the conspiracy theory.
Till next time.
Take care.